Yeah, the NBA trade deadline is just it's always exciting. A lot happened today. I mean, one thing the NBA has right, like I said, is the NBA trade deadline. Um, right now, today one of the bigger moves today was Victor Oladipo, and there was talks of Kyle Lowry moving. I thought he would move today too. I thought the Lakers would for sure get him because LeBron seems to always work his magic, or whatever team he's on, they seem to always get players at the trade deadline. I thought they'd be able to pull that off to get Kyle Lowry today. Surprisingly, they didn't. I'm happy they didn't. Because with Anthony Davis, LeBron James, Kyle Lowry, good luck, you know, winning that West or beating them in the finals if you're in the East, right? So that didn't happen today. What did happen today was Victor Oladipo. He ended up going to the Miami Heat a year early, actually, because personally, I think at the end of this year, I think his contract is up. I think the Heat would have signed him anyway. So it's good. They get him a year early. They don't have to worry about trying to re-sign him in free agency. I'm pretty sure Victor Oladipo is going to sign long term with the Miami Heat, unfortunately. And why this is significant is that the Miami Heat have been struggling a bit this year. Right now, they're currently on a 4-game skid. Before this, they were barely in the playoffs. They were having a lot of struggles, a lot of COVID issues, and all this kind of stuff, and losing games and whatever. This definitely makes them for sure one of the. And also, don't forget they did pick up Trevor Ariza. So before this, they got Trevor Ariza. And right now their lineup, I believe, is Trevor Ariza, Oladipo. No, wait a minute. It's got to be. I think Duncan Robinson. I don't remember. I don't know their whole lineup. But basically, Ariza's on. I think Ariza will be coming off the bench. And the starters will probably be Oladipo, Hero, or Robinson, especially Jimmy, Bam Adebayo, Goran Dragic. Their team is really really deep right now. Now this team is scary. This team went from, winning the NBA, going to the NBA Finals last year to possibly being a fluke if they didn't make the playoffs this year in the East. And right now with this move, this definitely puts them in a really good position. I expect them to get one of the top seeds in the East now by getting Victor Oladipo. I really wanted the Bucks to get him. I don't know. I don't understand. I don't know what happened. Because when I see the trade today, I don't feel like the Miami Heat gave up a lot to get Victor Oladipo. Okay? I felt like these two moves, especially seeing this, I'm wondering why the Milwaukee Bucks, when they were inquiring about PJ Tucker, didn't go after Victor Oladipo. Is it something that Victor Oladipo didn't want to come to Milwaukee? Is it that they didn't like the assets that Milwaukee was offering with players? When I see this, I think the Bucks could offer a little bit more to get to package up Oladipo and PJ Tucker from the Houston Rockets, but to each their own. I don't know what happened. I'm not in those room. I'm not in that room when they talk about this, when they do moves. I don't know, but I really wanted to go to the Bucks because I think Victor Oladipo could have really taken us over to the top and possibly win the East if we got him. But that didn't happen. We ended up PJ Tucker. I think the Bucks will be fine. That was a great move they made too. I was really once PJ Tucker's once I heard he was available, I was on board with the. I was one of the first ones saying, the Bucks should go after him, make a trade for PJ Tucker, and he did. One of the times they listened to me, they went after PJ Tucker. Solid shooter. He's a really good defender. Good energy guy. Let's see what happens with that move. But let's just read the trade here today. So the Miami Heat agreed to acquire star Victor Oladipo from the Houston Rockets just before Thursday's trade deadline, sources tell George Zanarski. All those sources told ESPN early this week that there was widespread confidence Houston would trade Oladipo. The teams went right up to 3 p.m., which is crazy. I thought for a guy like Victor Oladipo, he'd be gone before the 3 p.m. deadline, but maybe they were just trying to get more for him, keep dangling him out there, and someone thought something ridiculous, which, it happens. And it looks like it's funny because I don't feel like the Heat gave up a lot to get him, right? So, why? There had to be better offers out there, but whatever. So, in return, the Rockets get Avery Bradley, which is he's a solid role player, really good defender, and Kelly Olynyk, who I don't like. I don't know why the Miami Heat had him in the first place. I'm not a Kelly Olynyk person. Never had. Never will be. Never thought he was that good. I mean, he's a guy that shoots. He's one of the weirdest shooting forms I've ever seen in my life. And I don't know how they go in. It just like goes in the air and like comes down and gets inside the fucking bucket. I don't get it. I don't understand. It was driving me crazy last year when the Milwaukee Bucks were facing this team. When he kept making those shots, it was very, very annoying. One of the other shooting forms that bothered me too was like Sean Marion. I think those are the two. Kelly Olynyk, Sean Marion have two of the weirdest shooting forms I've ever seen in my life. But whatever. So then also they give up a 2022 first round swap rights. Sources told Tim McMahon those swap rights include Brooklyn's pick. A source told ESPN. Okay. So there was that involved. So with Oladipo Miami, the Heat also expect to emerge as a front runner to sign LaMarcus Aldridge. That's the other thing. So LaMarcus Aldridge is available right now, I believe, and I don't know if I'm right here, but I think LaMarcus Aldridge got bought up by the San Antonio Spurs or released or whatever. I'm not too sure. He's available out there. Granted, I'm out on LaMarcus Aldridge. I think he's just too long in the tooth. He can't defend worth a lick. I mean, he could be a solid big. I mean, I don't know how they're going to play him. I mean, they might like give him maybe 10, 12 minutes a night. Just score a couple buckets and come out. I think he's a liability on defense. I mean, if this was LaMarcus Aldridge like 7 years ago, I'd be like, sure. But I'm not too keen on LaMarcus Aldridge. They can have him if they want. But the big move is that they got Victor Oladipo, and that lineup is going to be crazy. They're going to be hard to stop, especially with how that system of Miami. Spo has a really nice system of Miami. That team plays defense all the time. They're led by Jimmy Butler, who's a wonderful leader. I still think the Bucks beat them in like 6. I had them Bucks in 5 with Oladipo. Bucks still beat them in 6. I mean, they beat them in 6. We'll see what happens. But yeah, I mean, to me, they're the clear winner in the trade deadline. I was hoping Kyle Lowry would move. He hasn't moved. He's still in Toronto. I don't know what happened there. I don't know if they didn't get enough or people just weren't making offers for Kyle Lowry. I mean, if he were, they should have put him out sooner. Actually, I felt like that was like a last minute thing. It was kind of weird. All of a sudden, out of nowhere, Kyle Lowry was available. I mean, I didn't hear anything before that about Kyle Lowry being available. So, yeah, no, this is insane. This is crazy. Really good move for the Miami Heat. In my opinion, they're the winner of the trade deadline for sure. Forgot JJ Redick was. I forgot he was in the league actually. Looks like the Pelicans sent him to the Mavericks. That's a pretty good move for the Mavericks actually. Magic trading Gordon to Nugget. Whoa! I forgot about this. Aaron Gordon moved. Here's you know what? I might change my mind. I didn't catch this earlier today. It looks like the Denver Nuggets got Aaron Gordon. Who did they give up for him? That's pretty good. Red shooting guard Gary Harris, rookie R.J. Hampton, and Denver's projected 2025 first-round pick will go to the Magic according to sources. Orlando also including forward Gary Clark, sources told Wojnarowski. Wow! The Denver Nuggets, I'm changed my mind, actually. I think the Denver Nuggets probably won this. This was crazy. So, I mean, look at all the people that improved in the trade deadline. I mean, we got the Denver Nuggets, the Miami Heat. Wow. Aaron Gordon is a nice upgrade for the Denver Nuggets. I'm a fan of Aaron Gordon. I was hearing talks about the Orlando Magic moving him. I mean, it's time. I mean, Orlando's just basically, they're not going anywhere. Orlando Magic will never, I mean, ever since they dumped, I mean, they've had like Dwight Howard. They've had their chances in the NBA Finals. They've gotten there a couple times. I could say they've gotten there more times than the Bucks have had, you know, in this, and since they've existed. So, I mean, we'll see. I mean, we'll see what happens there in Orlando. But they're in rebuild mode, I guess. They're just going to tank and just say, screw it, we're done. And build to the draft again and see what happens. But yeah, I mean, right now that lineup in Denver is Aaron Gordon, Nikola Jokic, and Dejounte Murray. Right? I mean, that's solid. That's a solid lineup. Maybe the West is going to be insane, especially if with LeBron and KD still hurt, and them not improving. Right now, the Lakers have dropped. They've lost 3 in a row without LeBron in the lineup. He's going to be out for a little while with a high ankle sprain. Right now, they're fourth in the conference right now. The Nuggets are right there. They can creep up and get into a higher seed. Remember, this time around, they're playing playoffs like they usually should, which is going to other people's arenas, and we're not in the bubble anymore and all that kind of stuff. So, yeah, man, that lineup is going to be crazy. Let's look at the roster right now. Hold on a minute. Bobo. I forgot Bobo was on this team. Nikola Jokic. I'm sorry, Jamal Murray. I said Deontay Murray. I'm an idiot. Jamal Murray, who surprised me a lot in the playoffs this year. He played phenomenally well. And then Nikola Jokic is awesome. I mean, with that three-headed monster with Aaron Gordon. What was Aaron Gordon doing this year, actually, in my opinion? Let's just look at what Aaron Gordon was doing this year, what he provides to the Denver Nuggets. Because that is... I didn't pay attention to that at all. I completely missed that. I was so focused on Victor Oladipo going to the Heat that I didn't even realize this happened. That's how crazy that move is, by the way. That is a good move for them. Power forward, 6'8", big, strong, really good. Wow. Really good move for the Denver Nuggets. Man, they might be one of the favorites in the West right now with that move, with Aaron Gordon going to the Denver Nuggets. Interesting. Right now, the Milwaukee Bucks currently are sitting at number 2. They're on an 8-game winning streak, by the way. They beat the Indiana Pacers last night with Giannis coming back. He missed a game with an ankle injury or whatever it was, resting or whatever. He came back. I don't think he played that well last night. A little bit of rust there. Let's take a look at what he did yesterday. Yeah, because Chris Middleton was the leading scorer. Oh, they beat the Boston Celtics yesterday. I'm sorry, I said Indiana. Oh, my God. I'm just so tired today, guys. Giannis, again, 13 points, 4 for 7 for the free throw line. Again, he's making his free throws. As long as Giannis makes his free throws and does what he does, this Bucks team should be in the Eastern Conference Finals or getting out of the East. I think it's time. I think they're ready for it. I think they needed to get Victor Oladipo away from the Miami Heat. That was a scary move. I wonder what happened there. I wonder why they couldn't get PJ Tucker in, because for what Oladipo went for, I could see the Bucks easily making a trade like that by giving him a little bit more by giving him some players and switching out a draft pick or something. I'm pretty sure they could. I mean, I don't know all the assets that the Bucks have left. I mean, they've given up a lot this year to get Drew Holiday and get a PJ Tucker in here. They had to have had enough or some other assets to give up to better than what the Heat gave up for Victor Oladipo. That's for sure. And like I said, the Heat didn't have to give up their Duncan Robinson or Tyler Hero, which is huge. I mean, those two players are really, really good. They showed up last year in big time playoff minutes, and they did what they needed to do. So right now, I mean, the East and West, I mean, these teams have just improved so much with these trades. The Hawks sending Rondo to the Clippers. The Clippers get another point guard, and they ship out Lou Williams. Looks like they went for a defensive point guard instead. We'll see what happens with that. I like to move on. I always like Rondo in the playoffs or whatever. Man, he's a good distributor. He's a smart basketball player, great defender, really good defender. Good move for the Clippers, I guess. And the Hawks get Lou Williams, which is good for them. I mean, I think the Hawks are vying for a playoff spot. Not sure. Let's take a look. Yeah, they're the 7th seed right now. The Knicks are the 6th seed. Boston fell all the way to the 8th. I don't know what the hell's going on in Boston. I don't know what's going on with Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum. I thought they would be a lot better this year. I thought they would be one of the best, if not the best, like having one of the better seeds in the East. Now, they could just turn this around here, but they're 21-23. They got to go on a really crazy winning streak to make up some ground here, because they're the 8th seed and they got to play Philadelphia, and I do not want that matchup at all. Granted, I still think Philly's Philly. They're the 1 seed right now. I know Doc Rivers is the coach. He probably came in with a new system, and that works for Embiid and Ben Simmons. And they're playing really good. They're playing lights out right now. But let's see what happens. Right now, this is really, really interesting right now. A lot of moves happen. This is my favorite time of the year for the NBA. We're in the second half of the season. The trade deadline is passed. Now it's all about who's getting into the playoffs, seedings, and all that stuff. Who's going to play who. I believe right now there's still, let's see, what is it, 43 for the Bucks. They have to play 20. There's like 29 games left. So not a lot of games left to be played. As long as they win the majority of their games, I think they can get the 1 seed here. It's going to be tough. I know Brooklyn, I don't think KD is back. Once he gets back, I think they'll get rolling. I think they'll go on to a winning streak. The top 3 right now, because right now I'm telling you right now, the gap between the 3 seed and the 4 is 8 games. So right now, the Miami Heat, and this is what's dangerous, this is what's struggling earlier on in the year, is going to hurt. Right now, the Heat are 8 games back of the 3. They're 7 games back. I'm sorry, hold on. Take a look at this. Yeah, because they're about 7 or 8 games behind right now. And right now they're trailing by 2 points right now. Well, no, they're winning by 2 against Portland. That looks like that's a really good game right now. And they definitely need to win tonight so they can stay here, because I think Charlotte's going to fall off a little bit because LaMelo Ball got injured. They were playing pretty well. So they're going to fall off a little bit. I think the Heat can go in and fight for this 4 spot here, because I just don't see the Bucks, or granted, knock on wood, injuries happen, stuff happens. I just don't see the top 3 seeds giving up this spot here. I think the top 3 are going to be competing for 1 through 3. And I think 4 through 8 are going to be competing for 4 through 8. So if I'm the Heat, they want to be in the 4 seed and just be right there. And, you know, if you're the Bucks, you want to get to the 1 or whatever, right? Because you want home court advantage. This year, like I said, they have to come to your arena. They're not a bubble anymore, so the 1 seed does matter. Does it? Doesn't it? Who knows, right? I mean, Utah is the 1 seed. And I'll tell you right now, they're not beating the Lakers in a 7-game series with LeBron, AD, and, you know, those guys. They're not going to do it. So, I mean, the 1 seed could be a little bit of fool's gold, right? So, I don't know, man. Real interesting stuff, and I'm excited. I'm pissed off that the Heat got Victor Oladipo, but it is what it is. I still think the Bucks beat their ass. I still think they beat them in 6 games. I had the Bucks in 5. I have them on a revenge tour this year. But you know what? That's okay. They got Oladipo. They got better. They bolstered their lineup. I respect it. I think the Bucks beat them in 6 no matter what. As long as the Bucks beat the Heat, I'm happy. Granted, they should go to the NBA Finals for once in their life. But, you know, if they end up beating the Heat, hey, I'm happy. I'm absolutely happy. And this is going to be a crazy second half of the season, guys. So buckle in. Sit back and enjoy. This is going to be one hell of a ride for the 1 through 3 in the East, and whatever, you know, the West is always highly contested. Right now, the 1 seed, the most is about a 7-game difference from 6 to 1. This is going to be hard for for Portland to get up there or whatever, but that's the gap. You know, from there you got 1 through 5, and I mean the Nuggets are 6 game out. They got Aaron Gordon. They can make a move for the 1 seed. They can move for the 2 seed. The Suns are there. I mean, you never know what could happen here. So we'll see what happens. Yeah, I don't know. Anyways, guys, that's it for me, man. Really exciting stuff today. The NBA trade deadline was awesome. The Heat improved. The Nuggets improved. A lot of teams improved. A lot of moving parts that happened. I think the Bulls got Vucevic from Orlando as well. Orlando's just in a rebuild mode. I really wish the Bucks would have got Victor Oladipo. They didn't. That's okay. We got PJ Tucker. I think we got the player we needed going forward in the playoffs. I think we'll be all right. I still think the Bucks can make it out of the East, even though my heart tells me that no matter what happens this year, I think the Nets are going to win the East. So, especially when KD comes back, I just don't think anybody's going to stop them. I don't care who or what you are. I don't think anybody's going to be able to keep up with that kind of scoring in the East. Granted, I know they can't defend or defend or whatever. People are saying where the stop's going to come from. I don't know, but I know how basketball works. I know if you get a couple of steals, I mean, that's a stop. I mean, defense, I mean, people can mishandle the basketball. Things happen. So, let's see what happens, guys. I'm excited. I'm ready for this. Let me know what you guys think down below. Please do me a favor, comment, dislike, like the video down below. Subscribe to my channel. We'll have more sports content now that we're in the second half of the NBA season. I'll try to keep up with this on a daily basis, especially when breaking news happens or if something catastrophic happens with certain teams or whatever. I do need to do a Packers video, talk about what's going on there, because a lot of weird stuff going on with the Green Bay Packers. So, anyways, guys, that's it for me. Have a wonderful, blessed day. Take care. Let me know, like I said, comment down below, like, dislike the video. Let me know what you guys think of what happened about the NBA trade deadline. Who's your favorites in the East and West? Who won the trade deadline? My opinion is the Miami Heat. Okay. It's a tie between the Heat and the Nuggets. I think the Heat won because I think Victor Oladipo's just more. I think he's proven himself more, in my opinion. Anyways, guys, that's it for me. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful day. Take care. This will be up on YouTube soon. All right, guys. Thanks. Bye.